Hey guys, Big Time Collector 01 here, back at it again with another action figure review. And today we'll be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Target exclusive Starro Build-A-Figure Waves Power Ring. Finally, we have the last figure of this wave. Oh my goodness, this makes me so happy. We finally have the last piece to Starro, the last member of the crime syndicate, which is Power Ring, which of course they were going to choose Power Ring. I doubt they were going to go with that whack design for Johnny Quick. Here's the barcode if you want him. He is hitting targets right now. I didn't see him on the shelf. They did get him from the back. A very nice employee helped me out, so shout outs to him. Get the name on the side. You know how I feel about this back, but oh my goodness, I'm so excited to build Starro. This makes me so happy. We got Starro there. So yeah, let's get him out. Let's get him out and build Starro. Before we take a look at the figure, let's take a closer look at his accessories. He first comes with your basic DC Multiverse stand. Then he comes with your trading card. It's a digital render. And here's a bio on the back if you want to read it. Pause it right now. And then he comes with a Starro. This is, the same one that everyone else got. So nothing much to it. You just wrap it around his chest. And, he's being possessed by Starro. And with that, I can finally complete this little section of my trading card binder, which is my Dark Knight Returns and the Crime Syndicate. I have the Dark Knight Returns wave here with just the Armored Batman, and then the Crime Syndicate wave. And I'm gonna try and show off my trading card binder more often. But yeah, I'm very happy. I like having seeing this, but again, these stupid digital renders really piss me off. Power Ring comes with the legs to Starro, and let's get to it and build him. This part here, which is the central eye, came with Ultraman, and then the little torso piece, I guess this is what we call it, came with Superwoman. So let's click those together. These two arms came with Owlman. Finally, let's put the last piece together. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. And there we have it. We have Starro the Conqueror all built out. And this is awesome. Look at this. Look at the back of this. This is so cool. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. Look at the gnarly teeth and the little mouth. Oh, man. This looks so freaking cool. I love this. This is great. Closer look at the texturing. This is awesome. Like, you see that little... kind of see, variations of purple. A little bit of a wash in that purple. Looks great. The eyes are translucent. So if you really wanted to, you could probably put a light in there. Flipping them around, you got this gnarly mouth. Like, look at that. Look at all the teeth. It's like the Sarlacc pit up in there. It's great. Got all these suction cups. It's awesome. There's not much paint to it, but really, what else could you ask for? This thing is just amazing. And just to get into the articulation, there is not really many things to talk about it. He just has bendy wire in every single arm, so that's all he has for articulation. And we'll get to the size comparisons when we take a closer look at Power Ring. And let's get to him right now, actually. Taking a closer look at Power Ring, he's mostly reused. Apparently this is the Parallax body, but I never really owned that figure, but I do trust their judgment. I do remember seeing these legs on him. But yeah, he just comes with a new head, new shoulder pauldrons, and I believe new hands. But overall, this figure looks great. I really like Power Ring as a character. I'm not used to seeing Power Ring as John Stewart. I'm usually seeing him as a mirror of Hal. But this is a cool concept. I do like John Stewart better than Hal Jordan, so I'm very happy with that. Taking a closer look at the head, it looks great. I gotta say, I really do like it. It does make a good good kit bash for just another Green Lantern if you wanted to, because it has the mask. It's basically a plain human head, just with the Green Lantern mask. So if you want to make another Green Lantern, you can do so. But I do like it. I do like that unique shape the mask has. Looks great. He has, he's kind of bald. And, it kind of reminds me of the Justice League Unlimited Jon Stewart. Going down to the torso and the shoulder pauldrons, we have, it's casted in this marble-like green plastic. Looks great. And we have the logo here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I'm not too familiar with like the Power Ring and what this is. I know it's not the Green Lantern Corps. Is it the Green Lantern? I don't know, but it looks awesome. I do like it. Moving down to the rest of the body, again, it's mostly reuse, but we have these green lines painted on it. You could say it's lazy, but it doesn't bother me, to be honest. It looks fine. It doesn't look bad. It would have been nice if we got some of this extra details over here, like the legs or the boots painted. It would have been really nice if we got those painted in a little bit. Taking a closer look at Power Ring's articulation, starting off with the head. The head can look up that much, can look down that much, can look side to side, and has a really good pivot. Shoulders move out that much, they move down. They don't really go 360, but they will move back and forth. It is kind of hindered by the shoulder pauldron. You have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. This is reused. We have the older style McFarlane ball joints that hinge and rotate. Moving on to the torso, he can crunch back that much. That is really good. I really do like that. And he can crunch forward, not so much, but the back crunch is so good. The lower torso can do the same. Can move back and forth and can rotate and pivot. Hips kick out that far. That's really good. They kick forward. They kick back some. And then you don't get much rotation up here. Double jointed knees, which bend really good. Ankles move down. They move up. They do rotate and pivot. And he has toe articulation. Measuring out Power Ring, he comes to around 7.5 inches tall. Measuring out the star of the show, see what I did there? Oh, yeah, not funny. He comes to around 12.5 inches tall. And if you're curious on how I'm standing this guy up, using a NECA flight stand. So if you really want to get this guy standing, you're gonna definitely need a stand. That is one of my biggest gripes about the Starro, is that he didn't come with a stand, because he cannot stand on his own for the obvious reasons. So it would have been really nice if he came with something to use. Starting off with Power Ring comparisons, here he is next to Hal Jordan. I unfortunately do not have a Jon Stewart from McFarlane Toys, but I am trying to get the Endless Winter versions. Here he is next to last year's Target exclusive Build-A-Figure wave. We have Blight, and he was also the 4th figure in that wave. And I'm very excited to see what is coming for this year. Apparently it's going to be a Flashpoint themed wave, so I'm very curious to see what's in store for that. Starro, next to last year's Target exclusive Build-A-Figure, we have the Jokerbot. And here he is next to the Suicide Squad movies Bloodsport. And here's Starro next to a few members of the Justice League. We have the Gold Label Martian Manhunter, Rebirth Batman, Injustice 2 Flash, and Rebirth Superman. And oh my god, I freaking love this. These Starro accessories are like top accessory of the year. They are so fun to mess around with, and this Build-A-Figure just looks awesome. I'm very happy to finally have this classic, really weird, stupid Justice League villain in my collection. It just makes me so happy. And here's Starro next to some 3 3/4 inch figures. We have Iron Man, Wolverine, and Red Hulk from the Marvel Universe line. And this is the little 3-inch DC Multiverse line that Mattel did of the 1989 Batman. And I gotta say, I do like this. I do like how he scales with these smaller figures. So if McFarlane did like these size figures, I would love it, because it would go really good with this Starro. And here's Starro and Power Ring next to the rest of the Crime Syndicate wave. And I gotta say, what a wave. This wave was great. I mean, is it the best wave? Not really, to be honest. There are some things here and there about it, but it's still a great wave. Like, you have an amazing, unique Build-A-Figure. This, I gotta give McFarlane some credit when it comes to the Build-A-Figure waves. He just knows how to make some unique Build-A-Figures. This the Starro and the horse from the Dark Knight Returns are just amazing Build-A-Figure ideas that I don't think, we'll see from any other company, which is great. And the character selection here is great too. I really like it. I'm glad they didn't go with Johnny Quick, because I hate that design that this story is based on. And to rank this wave, this is kind of difficult, because I really liked a lot of these figures, and they were really fun to pose around, and just having this complete, it now makes it a little bit harder. So at the very bottom, I'm giving it to Superwoman. Not a bad figure, but it's not my favorite. There are a lot of things about this figure that kind of frustrate me, kind of like the articulation, especially on the torso and the head. And it's also just very plain. This is not my favorite Superwoman design, but very glad to have her as a character in this collection. Next, I'm giving it to, and this one was hard for me, Owlman. This is a great figure, and I thought this was going to be the #1 figure, but this is great. I love this Owlman. The articulation is great. The way they hid the ankle joints were awesome. Just the lack of paint kind of bumped this guy down, but still very good figure. Next, I'm giving it to Power Ring. Great figure. Loved it a lot. Again, the paint here is kind of a little lazy, but doesn't bother me. I do like this character. I like this design. And it's just overall a really cool, fun figure. And again, I don't care about the reuse. This is the one that has the most reuse. Actually, out of all the figures, this is the guy with the only reuse. But if this figure has good reuse, and he is at #3, yeah, he's a great figure. And then at number 2, I'm giving it to Ultraman. Ultraman surprised me. At first, I was just like, yeah, he's okay. But after a while of playing with him, he's so fun. I really had a lot of fun playing with this Ultraman figure. He's really fun to get into flight poses. He's just really good. He's probably one of the best Superman figures that McFarlane has produced. And then #1, the star of the show, we have Starro. What an amazing Build-A-Figure. Who would have thought making Starro a Build-A-Figure? Like, oh my god, I freaking love Todd. He made this awesome Build-A-Figure. Again, there are things to, complain about this figure, like the seam lines. You can still see where the connection points are, but it's not that bad. And the biggest complaint is, getting him to stand. But there are ways to get him to stand. If you have a NECA flight stand or a flight stand in general, you can use that. But again, coming with the stand would have been nice. But overall, that is a great Build-A-Figure, and this is a great looking wave. I really do like this wave a lot. I really hope to get a Johnny Quick, not this storyline's Johnny Quick, but maybe a New 52 one. I'm trying to find that Page Puncher's Flash to throw in here. But again, this looks great. I love it. There you have it, my review on the DC Multiverse Power Ring in Starro. I gotta say, this has been an outstanding wave. It's pretty good. I really do like it. All these figures were Target exclusives, and they were span out over a year. And I'm very happy with the character selection. Having Power Ring as the last figure made a lot of sense, because he was big into that story. And having Starro, man, that Starro is awesome. I freaking love that Starro. That Starro is just so awesome. Like, again, you could, complain about the size of him being too small. But again, if you have like these little 3/4 inch figures, they work perfectly with them. And I might just have to display these guys with them. I might have to get those retro collection Marvel Legends, because I love how big he is. I love how big he is with these smaller figures. So this Power Ring is awesome too. I really like the look of this figure. This is probably my favorite looking figure from the wave. And again, he is the only figure with reuse sculpting, and that doesn't bother me one bit. He looks great. And I don't know why, but I have a feeling like he should have a cape. I don't know why. I think he should have a cape. I know that'd be Parallax reuse again, but still. But again, great figures. I really like this wave, and it was so fun building this wave out. I remember seeing Ultraman for the first time. I was like, oh, can't wait to build Starro. We got Superwoman. And I was like, oh my god, we're getting better. And then we got Owlman. We was like, we're so close. And then it felt like an eternity to get Power Ring. And now he's here. And we finally have a complete Starro. That's awesome. This makes me so happy to finally have a complete Starro Build-A-Figure. And I kind of really do like these year-long waves. So if, McFarlane decides to do more of them, I would be very happy. I know we're getting that Flashpoint one. So, yeah, that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you could leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe, that would really help out a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.